Yo, what's up everybody? It's Checko here today, and it is currently 12:40 a.m. and we're going to be watching a couple of these 14 horror stories animated a compilation from 2015 made by LlamaArts. So, if we get scared before we go to sleep, yeah, we're just going to get right into it.
18th birthday. I was searching all the typical car websites, cars.com, eBay Motors. They were all overpriced as expected. Craigslist was the only place to find an actual deal. About a week into my search, I found an '03 Toyota Camry. It had 67,000 miles, no accidents, no damage, and good condition for only $3,500. This seems like a steal for such a reliable car with such low mileage. The seller lived about 10 miles from me, which was a reasonable drive when looking for a car.
Yeah.
I gave him a call to set up a time to come check it out. The man sounded normal on the phone. He assured me that there were absolutely no problems with the car.
No.
He introduced himself as Bob. I brought along $3,500 in cash, even though I planned on wiggling down the price as much as possible. I pulled up the dirt road to Bob's property about 15 minutes early. It was a tiny little house with a decent-sized property, only because I was a bit far from the nearest neighbors.
I'm gonna pee myself.
The garage was open, so I walked over to see if anybody was inside, but except for an unusual amount of car parts, it was empty. The car was nowhere in sight. The only car on the property was an old pickup truck.
Run.
I went over to the front door to check the house numbers. It was the right address. The doorbell button was missing, so I knocked on the front door. I knocked for exactly 5 minutes before deciding to give the man a call. So I dialed his number and I heard the sound of a cell phone ringing from inside the house. I was extremely confused at this point.
Nope.
Now I knew I had the right house.
Nope.
I didn't understand why, if he was home, why he wasn't answering. I decided I had to take a peek through one of the windows to see if anybody was inside. Peering through the glass, I could...
Nope. Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I doing this? Just
couldn't really see much, as it was pretty dark inside the house. I saw a very old-fashioned dining room set. But across from that, I saw somebody standing at the back door of the house, staring outside. I figured that must have been Bob, so I knocked on the window, but he didn't even move. There was no gate or anything to the backyard. It was just a wide open yard, since this wasn't a rural area.
Run.
I simply walked around the house to the backyard.
You idiot. You moron. Why? In all situations, why would you even consider doing something as dumb as going around to the back of the house? That's just dumb. That's not smart. That's being bad at the program. That's just...
I didn't understand how he couldn't hear me. When I got to the back door, I made a shocking realization. The figure standing by the door was a taxidermied human being.
Nope.
I ran straight
Yep.
back the way I came and back to my car. I looked up one last time before driving off. The blinds to the window I had peeked into had been shut, but I could see two of the blinds bent open. Somebody was at that window watching me.
Drive away.
You can probably guess I had the gas pedal to the floor the whole way home. The whole situation still makes no sense. All the car parts, the fact that there was no Toyota Camry, the taxidermied human being, the fact that there was no car there leads me to believe that whoever that man wasn't planning on selling me anything.
Bob was finna kill you. That's what Bob was planning to do. Bob was finna to kill you. He was about to off you. He was about to murder you. He was about to do something.
And that also leads to the disturbing thought that I was very close to becoming a lifeless statue staring out that man's back door.
Yep. You finna catch these hands, keep playing around. Okay. That one was too well done. I don't like that at all. That's... No.
I was on tour trying to find some really deep websites. I was in a chat room where people normally shared links to deeper websites and weird pictures and videos, commonly illegal pornography. Some guy named Vintage Triple X posted
This. You searching the dark web for porn? That's how you get freaky? That's
the link without describing what it was. I clicked on it and it took me to a black screen where a big video box eventually popped up with a play button. The video thumbnail was a dark room only lit by a TV screen. Out of curiosity, I clicked play and began to hear the sound of TV static in the background as lines of static slowly swam down the video screen. There was no seek bar on this video. Then I noticed something slowly begin to emerge from behind the wall.
Yep.
It was a figure dressed in all black with some kind of black mask on as well. I started to suspect it was a jump scare video, and I thought I was right when the figure leaped out and ran to the screen in less than a second.
Yep. That one got me.
It still got me, even though I was expecting it. But then it got strange. The person had their face in front of the screen, slowly moving around as if he could see me and was observing me. Then I heard a crackly, demonic voice say something. It came from the video. It repeated itself, and I could make the phrase out to be, "Ask me something." I was really confused. I tried typing something, but there was nowhere to enter text. Then he said, "No, not the keyboard. Say something." I felt my heart punch the inside of my chest as he said this. I opened...
Nope. See, that situation, that calls for getting out of the house, changing the Wi-Fi, getting a gun. Yep.
my mouth and mumbled the words, "You can hear me?" It responded with, "Yes." I was uncomfortable now. I thought it was a video. I pressed pause, but it didn't do anything.
Nope.
He said, "Don't try to leave. I want to talk." I tried moving the mouse to the exit button, but the mouse was frozen. In fact, none of the keys were responding on my keyboard.
He wants to talk. That means death.
There was a long moment of silence before my webcam began flashing as if it were on.
Yeah, because
and my face popped up on the screen. "There, I got a picture of you now. Now just hang on while I get your address, and then we can meet." I started to panic, smashing every key on the keyboard, spazzing the mouse, but it did nothing. I had my finger on the power button, but it also didn't do anything.
Yep.
The computer wouldn't turn off. The voice was saying
Criminal Minds. Dun, 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 dun. That's the wrong theme.
Crazy things like, "You're stuck here. I will find you. Don't even bother." I snatched the screwdriver sitting on my desk, unscrewed the 4 screws on the bottom of my laptop, and took out the battery. The computer finally turned off. I was gasping for air as if I just ran a marathon. My heart was pounding 5 times as fast as it should have. I have since left my laptop off after that, and have resorted to using my desktop as my main computer.
What?
I'm sure by now nothing will happen. He definitely didn't have enough time to get my address.
When thinking about the evolution of man,
It was during a blizzard in Valley Stream. I was getting paid $250 to watch some couple's kid while they went away for the weekend. His name was Matthew. This took place on the first night, which was a Friday night. Matthew was already supposedly asleep, while I was in the living room watching a movie. I got a knock at the door, and looked at the clock. It was close to midnight. There was no way I was opening it. Not even 10 seconds later, I heard the sound of 2 or 3 men angrily banging on the door, telling
Yep. Pow, 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 pow.
me to open up. I felt like my heart was about to stop. I took a peek through the blinds, and there was somebody standing right on the other side of the window. I fell back in fear, and after managing to get back on my feet, I ran to the kitchen phone first thing to call the police. They said because of the weather, it could take a while for an officer to get here. I was told to take the child and hide somewhere until an officer arrived.
Yep. Yep. And he's... So, as I said before, guns. I love how the
wanted to keep me on the line, but I wasn't thinking clearly in the heat of the moment and hung up. However, it wasn't until I ran through the...
You f***ing idiot. Why would you hang up the line? Why would you hang up the line and then walk right past the window
realized the
where the
banging
guy
had stopped.
was?
I took a second peek through the living room window. Nobody was there now.
Is he about to...
I heard the sound of glass shattering from a few rooms over. My knees started to feel weak as I realized they had just broken the window and were about to climb into the house. I had to run and get Matthew. I couldn't just leave without him.
No, you don't. You don't have to run and get Matthew. You don't have to run and get Matthew at all. Matthew can survive by himself. He's old enough. He can do this. That's not your child. You have no responsibility to Matthew. You can leave Matthew behind. He's sleeping peacefully.
Of course, when I got upstairs, there was no time left to run back downstairs, as I already heard footsteps and laughter coming from downstairs. I covered Matthew's mouth with my hand as I ran with him into his toy closet. A few minutes dragged on to what felt like half an hour as we sat there in the dark closet. Matthew began to squeal as footsteps on the carpet reached the outside.
Matthew's gonna die. I'm in this situation. Matthew dies. I'm sorry.
Out of his bedroom door. There was more than one person.
I know he's a kid and everything, but nah.
They came inside.
Matthew dies in that situation.
There weren't many places to hide in this room. I was actually reflecting on my whole life, so sure I was gonna die. We heard the sound of a police siren outside, even from in the closet. And then I heard one of the men in the room mutter, "Oh shit." I opened the door back up as I heard at least 3 pairs of footsteps hurriedly rushing down the stairs. They didn't get far, as the police later found their footprints in the backyard, leading to our shed. There were 5 men in total, and they were all arrested.
Yep. Videos are too well done. That's just not something that... No. It's a no from me. I don't know why I decided to do this. I don't know. I'm just not smart. You know what? That's where we're going to end this video. Thanks for watching. If you liked, please subscribe, share with your friends, comment down below to see more. Comment down below to see more LlamaArts scary videos. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing it because that honestly, I don't do scary stuff. I don't know why I decided to do this, but I did. Oh, that looks real creepy. Oh no. Yep. Alright, that's where we're ending the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.